Time for today's tax talk. I am your host. I'm attorney Stephen Leahy. It is Crypto Tuesday, October 19th, year of our Lord 2021. And I'm reminded of our past friend John McAfee and the purpose of crypto. What is the purpose of blockchains and crypto? That's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. Join us, won't you? Again, it is Crypto Tuesday. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency, but you can't talk about cryptocurrency without also talking about blockchain and the technology that's behind the cryptocurrency. As I mentioned in the intro about John McAfee, I wanted to read this. I mentioned on this show before that I had a friend of mine who represented John McAfee at the time of his demise. And so I did a lot of research on John McAfee about what's going on. I'm very interested in cryptocurrency, technology, Bitcoin. He was at the forefront of all of this. And much of what he said was kind of goofy, but much of what he said was right on point. And I think he had a vision of what this was all about. And to him, as we know that he ran for president in the Libertarian Party, and so privacy, freedom, big part of his philosophy, and much of that I adhere to myself. And so here is something that he said: what blockchain does more than anything else, and what cryptocurrency does, is it's giving us a gift to the individual, like the gift of fire, which will change humanity's direction, culture, directions in one way or the other in a radical fashion. I wanted to go to the side of the individual, not the side of totalitarianism, because he saw that this technology, as we see with all computer technology, it can lead us to freedom and freedom of the individual, or it can lead us to slavery. And which way we're going to go, I think we're at that point now about which way we're going to go. There's ever more regulation when it comes to cryptocurrency. We know that in China, they've tried to outlaw it. It hasn't stopped it really, but they've put regulations and rules and laws in effect to ban cryptocurrency. Why would you think that is? And here in America, they're making many new rules and laws and exchanges. One of the stories we're going to talk about today, maybe we should talk about that story right now first, about them going after some of these cryptocurrency. Let's put that. I like to put that. Storage versus utility. What is the purpose of cryptocurrencies? Is it to store value and make it go up? Here's what I forgot to do. As you know, on the show, I like to start the show on cryptocurrency with a look at the market, because as we know, every week it's different, and so I wanted to look at the market. So let's do that. You know that I use coinflip.tech. I like to go to that website for this information, and so let's pull that up. Again, I always go to coinflip.tech. Here's the markets for just the last 24 hours. We see that Bitcoin has risen 4%. Ethereum has gone up 2%, 1.88. But let's go back to since last time we looked at it, which was 7 days ago, because it's the last Crypto Tuesday. So Bitcoin has gone up almost 20%. It was at 55 last Tuesday. 56, and now it's up to 60, 64, about 10,000, a little less than 20%, but it's still a pretty big rise for a week, wouldn't you say? Ethereum has a similar rise here, went from last week 3,500 to this week 3,800. What's that? 10%. So they had a 10% gain. Pretty sizable for a week, I think. Again, it's a very volatile. We know it's that crypto can be very volatile, and which way or the other. That's why every week I like to start the show that way, about about where that's coming from. Again, I was going to start the story I was going to start the show after the market watch on a new technology or a new use. I don't even know if it's a new use. It's unique, something that I had never heard of, and so that's what I wanted to talk about. But let's start with this New York directs. The New York directs two cryptocurrency lending platforms to cease activity, because some companies, and we know this because a couple of weeks ago they shut down. New York shut down another cryptocurrency company that wanted to lend money based on your wallet, and the New York authorities, actually it was the federal authorities, said no, you can't do that. You can't lend money based on crypto, and so they shut them down. And so now there's two others. It's a short story, so let me just review it for you. Two cryptocurrency lending platforms were asked to cease activities in New York by the state's attorney. So it's not the feds, that's the state's attorney, James, I believe, on Monday. And three other platforms were directed to provide information about their businesses. The move comes after the New York Attorney General, James, won a court order forcing the closure of cryptocurrency exchange CoinSeed. In a redacted version of the letter dated Monday, James said that the Office of Attorney General was in possession of evidence of unlawfully selling or offering for sale securities and or commodities. Again, we know that crypto is neither a commodity or a security. Regulators in the U.S. have been ratcheting up scrutiny of a world that has so far existed in a regulatory gray area, against the backdrop of rising tension between crypto industry and regulators worldwide. James filed a lawsuit in February to shut down CoinSeed. I thought it was a couple weeks ago, but February sounds right, for allegedly defrauding thousands of investors, including by charging hidden fees, selling worthless digital tokens. The state's attorneys general warned investors about extreme risk. We all know about the risk. Cryptocurrency platforms must follow the law, just like everything else. Well, of course they are. Of course they have to follow the law. And so I can go back. This is the other story I wanted to talk about. So maybe it's a little bit large. Let's see if we can make it a little bit smaller. There we go. So Signature Devices receives 1 million genius. I'm not much of a genius. Tokens in cryptocurrency to facilitate Internet of Things, embedded AI processing in video games. I'm very interested in the Internet of Things. What does that mean? Well, that means internet. Everything that we have is now connected to the internet, as refrigerators and ovens and thermostats and just about, we already know, televisions and just about every other electrical device now is connected, can be connected to the internet, and then run electronically. That's a great convenience, but it's also a big danger. But here is some company that's using it for something I've never heard of. So today they announced the receipt of 1 million genius tokens valued at approximately $350 per token. So $3.5 million in support of their joint venture. They're launching a cryptocurrency that, through embedded AI processing, will be used in video games published by Graffiti Entertainment. These types of cryptocurrencies are sometimes called utility tokens, as the currency will be used for the processing of artificial intelligence. Graffiti Entertainment, a software developer and publisher, is integrating the cryptocurrency into video games for smartphones, desktop, laptop, console, or tablet via the Internet of Things to enable players to generate tokens. Each connected game will use the device's idle time to execute artificial intelligence processing and receive cryptocurrency in an internal wallet that can be used to purchase game currency, media such as movies and music, and even redeem the cryptocurrency for other currencies. The agreement terms are as follows. I don't really care about the agreement terms. I think this is what, the use of this and the mining, using these devices to mine crypto while they're idle. Well, if they get a lot of people to take advantage of that, they have a lot of computing power that's now idle that they're going to use. It's kind of ingenious, kind of. The cryptocurrency is based off the Ethereum blockchain and is utilizing smart contracts for the payment system and a fast off-chain system for AI processing. There are very devices that will be able to earn cryptocurrency by utilizing the idle time of the GPUs for the AI processing. Graffiti Games intends to let each device owner receive 70% of the payments, and then they'll split the other percentage. Again, kind of amazing. Makes sense. Kind of all these devices have this computing power. We know that mining crypto takes a lot of energy and computing because of the computing power. And here is all this computing power that's sitting idle. And now someone's finding a way to try to make money on it. Well, it makes sense. The problem is that a lot of, obviously, when they're using your devices for their computing, they have access to your device and all the information that's involved there. And so that would be a privacy concern that I would have, and probably others would have that privacy concern too. But again, I think it's ingenious the way that they are trying to find use for idle time, much like Uber, right? Use your car when it's sitting there and drive people around. Makes sense. Or the Airbnbs or there's so many others now that are implementing these use of idle items to make money while instead of sitting idle, they can make money. Interesting. It's something that I've never thought of. Again, and I want one more John McAfee quote. Because cryptocurrency is a usable instrument of exchange. There is no stored value. It is a utility. Right now, I think Bitcoin has become a stored value. We're buying and selling Bitcoin, where really the use of crypto and the blockchain is not about storage, but about utility, how to use it. It piqued my interest when John McAfee said that he can see a future with infinite number of cryptocurrencies used for different purposes, like this one here. The purpose of this is just for this game. And then you can convert those into some other crypto. And so that's the genius of the blockchain, and not in the storage of value. I think I said this before on one of the Crypto Tuesdays, is that I thought initially that there was a rush to see for dominance. Who's going to dominate? Is Bitcoin going to be, and they're going to win out, and then that coin would be the winner and be the one that's out there. Until I thought about what John McAfee said, that it's infinite, that's not where the use of crypto is, not in just one coin, but in an infinite number of coins for infinite number of uses, the utility of which is used and not the storage of value. That's why we had the name today. So anyway, that's where I thought it was very interesting about that. Now, and we know that the IRS is fighting about this, and if you're fighting with the IRS, again, I always tell people you don't always have to have someone hire you, but you better find some information about how to fight the IRS yourself. Then the best way to start there, where to start there, get my book, Deal with Your IRS Problems Today. You can get a copy of my book at freeirsbook.com, freeirsbook.com. I do ask for a small shipping and handling fee, but if you don't want to pay the fee and you want an electronic version, just put your name and your number in there, and don't give me your credit card information, and I'll make sure you get an electronic version I have a membership site that has each chapter in PDF form and Word format, also audio version of each chapter, and then a video of each chapter summary, me summarizing each and every chapter. So if you're interested in that, go to freeirsbook.com. Again, you don't have to don't put your credit card in, and I'll make sure that you get access to the membership site. So thanks so much for joining us. Remember, I'm going to ask you to share, to like and subscribe. So like and subscribe. Like on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. If you subscribe on YouTube, I will put something in the comments. So I'm going to ask you to put something in the comments, and I can respond. So thanks so much for joining us. I love Crypto Tuesdays. I hope you do too. So join us again tomorrow when we talk about taxes on today's Tax Talk, because that's what we are, today's Tax Talk. Let me make sure that this is up and running for my media, and then we will exit. Thanks so much. Out.